Hello guys, this is Rat with more human-made content. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about finding your own path and your own purpose in life while I play Into the Radius, which is a game I've been enjoying quite a lot so far. So yeah, let's do that. Also, bear in mind that I don't really have the best microphone out there. I am using the microphone of the Quest, so this is not professional grade stuff here. I don't really remember what I was doing last time I played. I think I was gonna get a... Oh my god. Yeah, that thing almost killed me. Let's start by just saying, recently I've been thinking a lot about my path in life and what I am doing here in this world and the purpose of my life, the purpose of my existence. Of course, let's just be honest, this is not something that is just for me. You know, everyone is thinking about what they're doing. I've watched so many videos of people saying that no one really knows, and it's true. Like, no one really knows. Let me just kill this guy. Okay. Let me finish him off with a knife. Easy. No one really knows what they're doing with their life, right? Which for some could be a good thing, for some it could be a bad thing. Not really know what you're doing could feel very scary or liberating. It depends on how you look at it. Yeah, oh, by the way, the thing about this game, this is basically like a stalker. If you don't know what stalker is, it's a actually I think it's Ukrainian. Pardon me, Ukrainians, if you're listening. I think it's an Ukrainian game they released not long ago, Stalker 2. And this is like a stalker but in VR, which is pretty cool. I have my hands, I have my backpack, and I have a lot of good shit here, like this flashlight. Pretty cool, huh? So yeah, anyways, I was talking about how no one knows what they're doing, and it's true. It could be liberating, or it could be a nightmare. But it's just that kind of question that bothers you throughout your life, you know? What am I doing here? What should I do? What is my purpose? And especially for jobs, let me just say this, especially for jobs, it's a tough decision. I am right now 24 years old and I have absolutely no idea what I am doing with my life. The only thing I know is that I am playing VR with, I don't know, a pretty cool headset and trying to figure out things and expressing myself through YouTube and content that people may or may not find interesting. And by the way, if you do find it interesting, let me know. Oh, this is a cool thing about this game, you can actually play guitar. I don't really remember how you do it. Let me... Maybe one day I'll sing for you. And this, by the way, just a quick break just to show you all of my stuff that I acquired so far in the game. I have a lot of flares. I have a lot of smokes that I haven't used or haven't found really much use to them, to be honest. A lot of knives, grenades, a hell lot of Makarovs that I'm not using as well, but yeah. Ammo, energy drinks, food, you name it, we got it. Cigarettes, everything that you need. Okay, back to the topic. How do you find your purpose in life? How do you find what you're supposed to do? And here's the thing, what I believe is the truth is you don't. No one really does. And that's the crazy thing about it. Because I think the more we expect to find the purpose, the less it's clear. And the more life just becomes stressful because you don't live in the moment. You're always constantly worrying about what is going to be your contribution to humankind or to, I don't know, your community. What is this, by the way? Probe sack. I already have this. Oh, let me play this. This is cool. Well, that was shit. And the more you worry about the future, about what you have to do, the less you enjoy life, you know? This is my experience with it. At least throughout most of my life, I've been trying to find a path for me, specifically professional paths. I'm talking mostly about professional paths, but for different people, it could mean different things. For me, at least, I am trying to find something that I can do that I can make money with because, unfortunately, we live in a world where if you don't make money, you can't buy food. If you can't buy food, you die, basically. You need to pay your rent and everything. We already know how that goes. Me trying to find a profession, me trying to find a thing to do of service to provide to people or whatever is hard. Let me choose. Just quick break. Let me choose a mission. We have 3 missions here. Operation Cleanup. Cleanup operation. Kill all monsters in the area. Oh yes, I am gonna do that. Because I want to use this baby here. Hey guys, look at this. You can actually reload the magazines. Yeah. Ah, how cool is that? And I have a lot of ammo here too, so I'm fine. Let's go kill some anomalies or whatever. Oh god, it's very dark, even though it's 7 a.m. Doesn't matter. Let's continue. So continuing what I was saying, this is not supposed to be an advice video, because I don't really have the answers for you. If you're looking for your purpose, which I assume you are if you click the video, I don't really have the answers for you, but what I do have is some experience to share. And as I said, I've been trying to find my purpose for a long time, haven't found it. However, what I did notice is that the more you try to find whatever it is that you need to do, the more you know about yourself. And the more you know about yourself, the more things become clearer, and you just start to realize, oh my god, I cannot go through this. Look at this. Yeah, I'm not going there. So the more you do things, the more you look for what you have to do, the more you learn about the things you like and about the things you don't like. And I was watching this video about, who was it? It was a famous guy who wrote a book. I forgot the name of the book. I think is How to Not Give an F About Something or something like that. Yeah, he was basically talking. He was saying that it's a very privileged thing to ask yourself what you should be doing, because a lot of people, they don't even have that opportunity. So if you are asking yourself whether you have a purpose or not, then congratulations. You actually are thinking more than just surviving, which is great. Okay, I already see something I have to kill right over there. You know, I think naturally we are curious and we want to know the answer for things, and whenever we have something that we don't have the answers for... Oh my god, that was a terrible throw. Come on. There we go. And I still have ammo, that's good. When we don't have the answers for some things, we get mad. Oh, fucking hell, that scared me the shit out of me. Fucking hell, dude. Fuck, I was not expecting that. Anyways. Not having the answers bothers us. At least it bothers me. Not knowing what I am supposed to do next bothers me. The uncertainty bothers me. And you know what else bothers me? The fact that I don't know what I have to go here. So when we don't have the answers, we get sad, we get mad, we try to find our purpose or whatever. It doesn't work out. We get frustrated. We start to blame ourselves, which is the worst thing you can do. Listen to me. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what to do, don't blame yourself, because truth is, no one really does. Everyone wants to pretend that they do know what they're doing, but they don't. No one really does. Besides, you don't need to find one thing to do for your whole life. Some people, they do multiple things. Some people find that, I don't know, they might like carpentry and they start doing furniture or whatever. They do it for like, I don't know, 5 years, and then they do something else because that's how life works. You start doing something, it's cool for you, but then you just move on because it's not as interesting for you anymore. It doesn't have to be this spiritual thing, you know? It doesn't have to be this thing like, oh my goodness, this is my life calling. This is what I have to do for a living. This is what the universe put me here for, you know? Like, it doesn't, like, it's really not that deep. Maybe for some people it might be, but I don't know. I don't think it's that deep. Flare. I was supposed to kill things here. I don't see anything to kill. That's weird. If you watch my last video, I was talking about being a Gen Z in this time period, and it's really weird how people expect us to behave in a certain way, how the older generation expects us to contribute somehow and to work like fuck and to have our shit together, but you know, sometimes it's not that simple, especially when you can't really afford houses and cars and just food, even like rent, anything, you know, like you can't afford these things as easily anymore. It's very expensive to live nowadays, and amidst all of this shit, we still have to think about what we actually love doing, you know, what we like. I'm gonna share with you something my dad told me, which I thought was very interesting. My dad, he is way older than me, of course. I am 24, my dad is like 67, and he was as a boomer, and of course I do respect my dad a lot. I love him from the bottom of my heart, but I just do need to point this out. He was telling me that, you know, sometimes in life you have to do things you don't enjoy. And that's true. Sometimes in life you have to do things that you absolutely despise if you want to at least learn and become someone better and find your calling, if you want to call it like this, in life. And he said, "Do you think I like my job, son? Sometimes it's a pain in the ass." But the thing is, he actually likes his job, you know? He is a doctor and he studied medicine not because it was going to make him rich, but because he actually enjoys doing that. And yes, in medicine, there are things that you don't enjoy doing, and he was telling me that sometimes he doesn't like to have hundreds of patients every single day because it's very tiring. And yes, it is very tiring. It might not be something that he likes or enjoys, but the key thing here is it's medicine, and it's something that he actually studied because he likes it. Basically, it's like saying, well, okay, so you just do what you don't like sometimes, even though I am actually doing what I like and I'm being successful with it. I worked as a pizza chef for 2 years of my life, and I absolutely hated it. And I did it because I had the opportunity to do that because my aunt, she had, she still has a pizzeria, and she called me, she asked me if I wanted to work there, and I said, well, okay, why not? Should I work here? That would be cool. And I have more things to kill here. Oh, go! Okay, that one's down. What are these? Okay. Good. So continuing, I worked with my aunt, making pizzas for 2 years. I absolutely hated it, but it was the only thing that I could do at the time to actually make some money. And then, fast forward a few years, I am now living in Australia because I'm studying here. You don't really need to know the whole lore. It's not really that interesting. The only thing that you need to know is I came here, started working as a pizza chef because I thought maybe that was what I had to do. Maybe that was my calling, and me not enjoying it was selfish, and maybe it's just something that I need to do because the universe wants me to do it or whatever. You know, so in short, I worked as a pizza chef, had a freaking terrible experience, very traumatic, and I realized this is not what I want to do with my life. But you know, I was happy because now, I might still not know exactly what I want to do, but at least now I know what not to do, And if you have something that you did and you didn't like and you're still not figuring things out, don't worry. At least you know what you don't want to do, and I mean, at least that counts for something, right? Man, I've been yapping so much in this video, that's crazy. Thank you if you're watching though, because I don't even know exactly what kind of format I am doing. This is still, you know, an idea that I am experimenting with. I want to make genuine content. I don't want to make over edited shit because we have way too much of that on YouTube. I want to make something genuine. I am just expressing myself here. And if you like it, please let me know. Write something about it so that I can improve. Whoa, what the frick was that? I don't know if any of what I said in this video made any sense, but I sure do hope that the gameplay was at least somewhat entertaining, like me throwing this knife at this thing. Where's the knife? Oh, I fucking lost it. Oh my god. There you go. Okay, I think I have to... What about a shotgun to the face? Nice. So last thing I wanted to say before I end this video is don't give up. Don't feel sad if you don't know what you're doing. I don't as well. No one really does. We're all trying to figure it out. But don't lose hope. You know, it's all fine. We're gonna find our way. And even if we don't, that is fine too, because in the end, we are just experiencing life, and maybe...
And I had enough of these halls.
Yeah, right, you had enough.
Work.
So yeah, don't worry about it. We're all experiencing life. That's what being a human being is sometimes. And enjoy the ride. Live the moment. Explore. Learn things. And don't be afraid to fail. Thank you for watching, man. I'll see you guys next time.